Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Last time we left off, I said I was going to grind some Levnesses, and I grinded some Levnesses. And now we can finally turn in this quest. I did level up one more time, and a few of our people have maxed out classes, but this quest was bugging me so bad. And I promise we're going to do the main story now. Sorry, Valdi. We'll get to your stuff later. I just can't believe how many side quests there are in this game. How would they expect you not to be like level 60 when there's so many level 40 side quests? But, so I started recording this episode earlier, and I got about 5-10 minutes in, and then realized, oh shit, I'm not actually recording the Switch, I'm recording my PC desktop. So luckily I caught it, and I just reverted to save. We didn't miss anything. We would have missed me turning in this quest and changing the classes of my characters. That's all I did for the first 10 minutes, but since I can revert saves, I just came back so we could see Ymir's response to the request being finished here. Keep me waiting. How's progress?
The items that they require is...
But yeah, that's all I did in the dud recording. Luckily, I caught it right when I was teleporting to go work on the main story some more. Wow, great job. I'm impressed. This is a lot more than enough samples for me to carry out my analysis. Let me get straight to it. Oh my, of course. That's what it was. What? Do we have a breakthrough? Yes, good news. Thanks to all the parts you brought me, I have arrived at a highly accurate hypothesis. Care to share? Yes, to put it simply, when concentrated energy obtained from the ether is made to circulate the gaps in the airframe support structure, it disperses, creating a field which powers the lifters and balancers and gives the levelness to the lift to support its weight, and... yeah, cool. I see, we get it. Nah, that'll do now. Do you understand the mechanism now? Do you think you could get Keves Levnesses to levitate as well? Theoretically, yes. Given access to infinite time and resources, that is. Naturally. So I think I will try and restore this Levness as a way to test my hypothesis. If I can get it up and running again, I will prove my hypothesis correct. Right then. I can't carry on like this. I need to make an official request to Denzel to use some developmental resources. Things are going to get so much busier around here. I'm so excited. Alrighty. Yep, we all kind of rub our necks because they're like, yep, Ymir is definitely excited about this. Alright, so I did that. I filled in these Collectopedia cards that showed up for Denzel and Ymir. Something odd's been dropping real often at the distant fingertip. And I'd love to go out and see some bandits digging up ore.
Time well spent, I'd say.
So that's how you get these various things, huh?
A taste of real
This is
human
Bunnet
connection.
stuff. Yeah. Beautiful. Something I did do off-screen in between episodes when I was doing my grinding for the Levness parts was I sold a few of my like really early accessories, like the ones I got at the beginning of the game, to kind of free up my accessory list a little bit. I didn't want to sell too much stuff because you never know when some early accessories might come in handy, but I sold the stuff that's just totally outclassed, like the first Steam belt I ever got and things like that. So now I'm just going to set everyone else with new classes and stuff, and I'll see you in a quick sec. Alright, so this is what I've got for everybody. Noah is an incursor. This is a proficiency class, but I really want to finish it off, obviously, because it's Noah. I also put Infinity Blade on, and gave you Shield Bash, Cross Impact, Hidden Thorn, and then you just have a bunch of critting things for accessories. The Silver Earrings increase the chain attack meter each time you land a crit slightly. And then Uni, you're a Thaumaturge now. I'm really leaning into the Burst route, because now that I have realized that Burst is the one that drops items, I'm more interested in that than Smash generally. Just because we can get some really good drops from that. So I think I'm leaning more towards that route, so Uni's set up that way. Increased damage, less aggro gain, and increased healing. And then the gems are pretty self-explanatory. Tyon has the Knock-On Strap, extra crit, and extra damage. I was going to put Determination on you, your stance, that makes you do 150% more damage and take 25% less damage while standing in a zone, but it doesn't feel like it'd be that useful in chain attacks unless I used it before we went into the chain attack. Then it'd be nuts. Because you do 150% more damage in the chain attack as long as I have you standing in a field when I start it. But, Lands, you didn't change at all. And Senna, you're a lone exile now, which you have the proficiency in, but it's fine. I gave you Glitter Stream, so you have a Break Art, you have increased HP, increased damage, and increased damage to enemies attacking you. So there we go. We are good, we are set up, and now we can make our way back to Erythia Sea. Look at my funny little area I made. Look at this. So cute. I love seeing how I painted it in like this. Alright, so let's go over here, and this is basically where I realized during this loading screen, I was like, oh shit. I'm recording the wrong window, basically. But, yeah, that doesn't happen very often. I haven't been recording PC games on this PC recently. I've mostly been recording PC games on my PC upstairs. But yesterday I did it, and yeah, it was on the wrong screen, basically. But we're good. I caught it. Vinasog Holm.
I'll draw up the rota for guard duty.
Alrighty, so... Gyms. I believe there's 2 that I can upgrade. You... Because I needed the Garafa electrical organ, which I went and got. And I think you... Yeah. Analyze weakness, which increases my critical hit damage bonus. Which I definitely like. I needed quadroon things for those. And I believe that's everything. Those are the only 2 extra gems I could make. It was mostly just the Garafa organ and the quadroon thing. Or quardon thing that I needed. We do have some discussions, but those give us quests. So, no. Main story. We are doing main story. Main story. And sorry, Valdi, get out of here. Give me Teach.
Ever your ally.
Thank you, Teach. I appreciate it. Alright, let's go ahead and mark the Castle Beckons as our quest here. Alrighty. So, we've got to get to one of those places. Did I grab the fast travel to either of those? This one I actually did. Beautiful. Oh, hey, what's that little, hourglass out there? Also, is the boundary just gonna teleport to wherever I am?
Place Kasame told us about.
It must.
We'll sneak around the island and head for the opposite side. That'll be where Agnians keep the transport.
Okay, well here's a time where I am actually happy that I'm over-leveled, because I just get to walk past all of these enemies without all of them aggroing on me, so that's pretty amazing. I love that. That'll at least make these story beats go a lot faster. Because yeah, while I am over-leveled, it at least means that I don't have to waste my time fighting all of these chumps. Cool. So we can just happily trot our way through here. Whoa, is that a... Oh god, that's a dead one of those things. One of the big things. Wow, that's nuts. Yeah, and the Poggles are the ones that killed it. Oh, that's so neat. The Poggles hunted it. Wow. I mean, unfortunate for that creature, but it's interesting to see the like, Poggles doing their, thing. Very, very interesting. Or wait, you're a Poggle. Wait, I was thinking of the Tyrkin things. Tyrgulls? So wait, I don't think the crabs hunted that thing. Maybe that thing just died of natural causes. And then it just kind of washed up on the shore. Reminds me of, what is it, whale fall? The phenomenon when a whale dies, its body sinks to the bottom of the ocean, and things basically feast on it for a very, very long period of time. It feeds, like, whole generations of fish and stuff. It's really wild to think about. Why am I not playing as, Noah? Because, I want to be playing as Noah. Yeah, see, you say Sidewinder normally, Noah. Oh, I don't like Reversal Edge. We need to take that off, though. I just don't like that art. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean that I'm immune to all of the enemies. I wish enemies de-aggroed off of you a little bit earlier, honestly. It's, kind of crazy. Because, I really don't need to be getting in all of these battles.
I'd say we were moving in sync.
And, the enemies aggroing on you can be a bit annoying when you're trying to just get through an area. It'd be nicer if they de-aggroed faster. Arts. So let's take off Reversal Edge and get Aerial Slash, not Air Slash. Don't get him confused, okay? This is Aerial Slash, not Air Slash. It's just hilarious to me because those basically mean the same exact thing.
Let's try to sneak in quietly. We don't want to be found by the Agnians.
Oh, hello? Are you sure you want to do this? You sure you want to do this, little friend? I don't think you do. Oh my gosh, I really don't think you do. Here I was talking about how I'd be able to walk past all of these enemies. I mean, I can run away from them, but you can run away from them just like in any other game, but it feels more annoying in Xenoblade.
Hear that, Noah? Lance wants something
It's
a bit
not just hit the flee button and hope you get away. It's, well, you gotta actually do the bit of walking yourself and hope that you don't get hit by like a really strong attack or something that kills you. Alright, we're down here. Hello. Okay, now, how do we get closer to the Balena? By walking, I assume. Oh, hey, it's a Testudo. 2 of them. Queen's ruffles. We got found. Wipe them out. Let's go. Hello. Do I actually have all of you fighting with me? That'd be sort of neat. No. Wow, we got attack up for some reason though? Interesting. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's 2 Testudos for me to fight. How dare you call your friends? Don't you do that? Oh god, I'm getting beat up. I'm getting beat up. Okay, we're good. Dang. I can't see anything because of that armor veil for a second there, by god. Dang. Lands. Okay, they just kicked in, Ouroboros Storm. People mentioned I can turn it off where they just use it when they're about to die, basically, but I think I'm gonna leave them with it just because it does save them a fair bit, which can be useful. Owie. Please, somebody aggro. Okay. Okay. Somebody's, not keeping their aggro. Do I have, Senna and Lance both on tank? No, Mio's the other tank. But we're doing a horrible job tanking, apparently. Everybody target this one, please. Because we're not doing very well right now. I think it's also because I'm focusing... Yeah, we need to... No, that's the problem. I should have targeted the little soldiers as soon as, they all appeared. Yeah. Can you all just die already, please? This is the worst part, actually waiting for your characters to die. Hey, idiots, just die. You're not living. Just die already. There we go. Senna's still putting up a fight. But yeah, I should have targeted those. I thought I would be able to kill the Testudos faster. I'm used to the ones I was fighting on the bridge. They died really fast, whereas these Testudos seem much tankier. Probably because they're, like, you know, main story critters. Alright. It also could have been one of those situations where they just summon, enemies constantly. It might still be that. We'll see. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Everybody please target the same one I do. God, I hate fighting 2 of these things at once. Hello? Everybody? Oh my god. Okay, never mind. Apparently this fight is just really, really hard. Jesus Christ, I'm so many levels higher too. The Testudos have a pretty crazy little attack, I remember. Where it just does an absolute ton of damage. I wish there was a give up option. I really wish there was a give up option. Tyon, quit it. Just die, you stupid idiot. There's no point. Yeah, the Testudos have like a really crazy AoE attack they can hit you with that is just a nuke right in front of them. So if you're cuddled up, then they're just gonna murder you. I could put on some increased damage to machines or humans things, but why am I? No, give me Noah. Alright, everybody, target the stupid enemy, murder this person like no tomorrow. Alright? This Agnian right here, that is probably just doing their job. It's the armor veil and everything, too. How do you guys keep dying so easily? I do not understand. I missed the topple. Here we go. Can we please kill? So much for being over-leveled, my god. Like, Jesus Christ. These enemies do damage. And these, like, 2 Testudos at once is just rough. Yep. Give me up, please. Once we take out some of these stupid enemies, we should be good. There we go. Yeah, once we take out a bunch of the rats running around here, then we should be good. The Testudos are very scary. Ow. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Okay, what in the hell? I take back everything I said about being over-leveled. Holy shit.
You guys, everyone.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
It really is insane. Like, I feel like if I was fighting a single enemy, I could fight an enemy that was like 10 levels higher than me, for example. But once multiple enemies get thrown into the equation, it's just a fucking nightmare. There's so much going on. Your allies are getting beat up by like 60 million people. Alright, evidently I need to change some things around here, because you two just are not cutting it as you are right now, unfortunately.
Weapons out, guys!
Ah,
It's
shit.
do or die.
I was trying to change heroes. I didn't want Teach anymore, and that did not work out. Well, we're in the fight again, I guess.
You're dealing with me.
No, we died again. It's this stupid laser beam. Stop shooting me with your fucking dick laser. I put the memory locket on Noah? in the hopes that that will help me, maybe?
They won't listen to reason.
Eyes over here. You're a lifesaver. You're dealing with me. Cheers, you're dead. Eyes over here.
Now give them what they deserve.
Couldn't keep them in check. Eyes over here.
Appreciate it.
Keep it up, Mio. Couldn't keep them in check.
Did everything wrong?
Got you covered.
Feel
Do it, child.
Oh yeah! Time to wheel out the big gun. When fight you!
Slow ring.
Furious burning rain! Nice one, Mio! When did you... Divine protection!
Okay, this one's going a lot better. I don't even know why. I have done nothing differently. I haven't even used this necklace that I put on. The only thing I can think of is we haven't gotten bopped by those laser beams much yet. That's all I can think of. So I'm guessing that's it. That's what saved us. Okay, yeah. I mean, we're doing a lot better now. That thing is on the ground. Good. We can take this opportunity to take out some of these idiots. Okay, and I'll be able to chain attack in a second. Uh-huh. Chain attack. Screw it. Also, to avoid extra XP, I think I won't overkill anything in a chain attack. But God, it seems like it's that like big damaging AoE attack that they do, and since there's 2 of them, it just really, really hurts. I'm not joking when I said I did nothing differently that time. I was doing the exact same thing I did every other time, except I changed one accessory, and that time I lived. Like I said, I guess it must just mean that my characters were in a different position this time, so they weren't getting nuked by that one attack that the Testudos do. Weird.
Do you think this plan might work?
You also have pretty crazy attention to detail here.
I might have
Check
the
this
answer.
shit out.
Yippee!
In that little scene in the chain attack, they actually have their eye patch on. That's nuts, right? If they didn't add that in manually, it must just mean for that particular little animation, they just load the model currently, like the character model, and since our character models have the eye patch on, it shows up, but that was just funny to me. I did not expect that would have changed, but sure enough, it did. Oh no, I forgot and accidentally overkilled a little bit. Oh well. We've seen that I'm not as indestructible as I think I am. The main story is still finding ways to annihilate me. But yeah, these things were providing armor veil and just generally being incredibly annoying. And I think that was really giving me a bunch of trouble there. My god. Oh well, we're doing it, we are. Just took a minute. Bye-bye. Ooh, was that the burst we just got? Yeah, it must have been, because we got some iron wings and stuff. Beautiful.
Knew you had it in you, Mimi.
Get out of here.
I'm getting a bit slick
Alright,
at
main
it.
story, I appreciate it, actually. I want to be challenged. I still don't know what I did to win, but thanks. No more enemies. Good. Let's check inside the ship. I think some of us should stand guard outside. Alright, I'll be the lookout. Me too. Bye-bye. Do your squats.
So, Ouroboros does training as well, huh?
You're,
Shania. Shania Reed. About your rescue mission. Gondor and I are friends from the crib.
I don't know that word, crib. Does it mean you've known each other for a while?
I guess you don't use that expression, huh? Why even use words? Feels like we're just talking at cross purposes.
Sorry about that.
Know what? Forget it. Well, gonna answer my question?
You mean about training?
Yeah?
That's the thing. Mimi and the others are doing their best. I need to as well. Anything to help me get an edge. So,
Ah. Mimi, is it? That's what you call her? The one with the long ears?
yeah. We've always been in the same colony.
You're friends?
That might be saying a lot. She's kind of like my role model. She's strong, kind, mega dependable. You're Senna, right? Huh? Oh, it's... You are... I'm Mio, third term. We haven't met before, have we? Oh, I'm sorry. Your name totally slipped my mind. But I don't think we've talked before. You know, I was just looking for a training partner. For the trial? I like to think I'm pretty quick on my feet, but I'm not really strong enough. Our captain said you would make a good addition, and that you're super strong. He's exaggerating. I'm totally average, totally. Wanna try? Teaming up? With you? You sure? I'm a nobody. Sure, I'm sure. I'm literally asking you right now. It's your choice. Well, if you really don't mind, sure. Really? Golden? We're a team then. Thank you.
Role model.
She's the one who's kept me going. I wouldn't be here otherwise. And after meeting you guys, now I understand what life's really all about. A part of nature's cycle. I'd never even thought about it before, but it's pretty amazing, huh?
How is it natural?
Huh?
Why should we swing our blades around without a hope of winning? Better to die and be born again inside their cycle. Just pulling your leg. Caught you off guard?
Well, yeah, you kinda did. How'd you expect me to react to that?
Hey, do you always work so hard for approval? That fun?
Huh? You can tell?
That's right. 'Cause we're just the same.
Come on now. Be true to yourself.
Mm-hmm. I see. Interesting Mobius there.
Hey, Mimi? What's up? Speak to me. It's, lovely weather we're having. I don't know, I'd say lovely. Bit overcast. Oh, you're right. Silly clouds. Guess I had my head in them. Huh? What was that about?
Hey, I like Overcast. I think Overcast is great. Personally. But, yeah, Senna's, feeling it now that someone's called her out on, you know, basically faking her personality a lot and trying so hard for acceptance. Also, Shania was being very weird. But it seems like you ran into a Mobius then, and I'm guessing that Mobius is very special. The voice, I don't know, maybe that's like Mio's Mobius or something, now that we've... Well, we've never seen In's Mobius. So maybe not. Or like, what am I talking about? The like complete fused form that they have. Their Ouroboros form is what I'm talking about. Because I'm guessing that's what that was. Alrighty. So what's our loot from the Balena looking like? Survey sketch of the Agnus Castle Barbican. Now we're talking. And yet, it doesn't enable us to build a plan on its own. If possible, I'd like us to gather further intelligence before acting. Bah, always with the caution, this bloke. This time around, we'll need as much caution as we can muster, Uni. We might be able to find more information on at the Erythia relay base on Thurbin Island. That's right, let's follow all the leads we have. Let's do it.
A soldier
Alright.
must never neglect their rest.
And we found the Corn Island camp. Cool. And there's a Nop on here that I need to talk to. Hello. We're here at Shilshil's request. Do you have a stone for her? Ah, that time has come. Where's a stone of mine gone? Cannot remember. Supposed to be collecting them for her. Ah, Hazy Daisy only have redstone, but I've forgotten meaning behind it. Friends happy to take anyway? Thank you. As long as it's a stone, the particulars are unimportant. Shilshil must be real busy if asks help from human people. There's some scaredy pawn like Memo out there, so keep some peeled eyes handy. We will.
Good to add more names.
Cool. Hazy Daisy. Hazy Daisy here from Semon, came to help. Many Agnus soldiers gathered at Erythia relay base. Frontal assault now very difficult. Please to prepare properly here before depart. Uh-huh. No, not you. Not you. This one. The one right in front of me.
Relations have changed.
There we go.
There's so
Welcome to
much
shop.
choice.
So yeah, a bunch of the common stuff. But, you know, some good things, like solid weak guard, boost block rate by 40%. I think I'm good, though. Don't think I'll be buying any of those. Okay, now, where to go? So, if we look on the map here... So, I did not get the fast travel to this place. So I need to come back out here and we're gonna have to make our way over. Alrighty. Let's do just that. Going to have to avoid the Gyarados, because the Gyarados is very spooky. Alright, get me on there, please. I was about to say, I'm pressing A. There we go. Alright. Lego. And get over here. We're not that far from like the level 70 and 80 enemies I've been seeing. Isn't that wild to think about? We're getting there. At level 51 now, so won't be much longer, and I'll actually be fighting those crazy monsters. These like level 63s and stuff. Definitely seems like Erythia Sea is mostly a location they want me to come back to later. I must say. Oh, we can't do it from here. Yeah, I suppose that would be kind of a horrible idea, yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, they got a whole little base hanging out right there. So yeah, over here is where I need to go. So, oh. Well, they said frontal assault would be impossible, and I tried to disembark there, but we didn't actually disembark on the bridge. Is there a better place for me to disembark? I mean, I can try again, but it doesn't seem like... Oh, there's a little ramp right here. Oh, okay. Yeah, their little boat ramp. Let's go get on the... Let's go swim to it. Alright, everyone, hello, I'm invading. I know they said a frontal assault wasn't a good idea, but I'm here.
We'll find a Erythia relay base here, right?
The security's tight. It'd be a bad idea to approach from the front.
Okay, you are talking about how it'd be a bad idea to approach from the front. Well then, let's just go this way, why don't we? Toad fossil and a girder potato. Alright. Lego.
Hot-headed, aren't they?
Oh, hi. We're doing this, huh? There we go. Please, grab aggro. I'm getting bitten by a puppy right now. Someone? Okay, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should start putting Shadow Eye on. The tanks have a hard time grabbing aggro sometimes. Shadow Eye or something, like the Disperse Bloodlust or whatever. And do that too. Would have helped if I hadn't walked in first. That made them kind of aggro on me first. I really wish just all of my allies attacked the same person as me was on by default.
I know.
It would be very nice.
Divine protection.
Like, I wish that was a setting I could change. Every single fight, I want everyone to focus attacks with me. It's just the most efficient way to handle things. So, boom. but having to turn it on like every single fight can be rough. Hello. So there was some kind of secret way to get in here, I imagine, but I just ran straight in.
Feeling good.
But I thought kind of sneaking around the side was the secret way. But whatever. This way is probably faster. And I can handle it, obviously. Yeah, see, these enemies are nothing because they,
Keep it up, Mio.
maybe I was supposed to do this one first. Maybe there was like an intended level order to do this in. Bang, bang. Possibly. But I don't know. It's not like it would have made much of a difference if I had been a higher level here. Well, the little bit of higher level that I would have been had I came here first. I don't think that would have made too much of a difference. Okay, thank you. So you are an epic, which means I am unfortunately going to get some bonus XP from you. Whoop. Go ahead and dodge. I am very dead. Nope. If we topple, I'm... Okay, we got healed. Good stuff. Okay, never mind. You torpedoed your hands at me and that was it. Yeah, we might need some dispersed bloodlust. The tanks cannot grab aggro for me quickly enough. So, there we go. Still some enemies kicking, huh? Yeah, so if you just run in through the front, it's just like a bunch of fights in a row, basically. Interesting. Yeah, we're gonna need some dispersed bloodlust here. So, gems, double strike, bye-bye. There we go. So yeah, what other pathway is there I could take? Huh. I'm kind of curious to find out, but I also don't see another pathway. There's like a little cliff area up there, but I don't see how I would actually go about getting up there from down here. Yeah, there's like a little ladder. Huh. Maybe this was unavoidable? Or I'm just missing something. Like, looking at the map, I did a full circuit around the place and I didn't actually see a way to kind of invade secretly. Oh, is that it? Is that... Huh. I see. That's, Maybe we go check that really quickly. It looks like there's... I saw that earlier, but my brain auto-completed that it started from here and went there. And I was like, oh, that's probably the way you get out of here once you're done. But I think this means that it starts right here, yeah? And then ends here? Now I gotta go check it. So, let's go over there really quickly. I can go back to that place in just a second. No big deal. So, yeah, let's go check this out. So there should be a little grapple point. And then I can just, like, grapple right into the base. Yeah, no, that's totally what it is. That's how we infiltrate it. Okay, well, I'm definitely doing this one. Which, you know, I've already, I've already busted down their front door and then just left. They're like, what the hell? They just walked in, killed a bunch of our soldiers, and left. Why did they do that? I've probably confused the ever-living hell out of them. Did that just say diggity sand fossil? I think it was sandfish.
I'll claim the ether here.
Claim this ether as my own. Beautiful. Alright, I'm not really interested in fighting the Iluka, although that's a unique enemy. Yeah, you know what? We should probably fight the unique enemy, right?
Keep your heads or lose them.
Wittershin's Rattler. Hello, Wittershin's Rattler. This will at least give me like a fast travel point to this place, so I feel the need to do it. It also doesn't seem like you have too much HP. So, that poison is annoying though. Alright, well, I'm trying. Yeah, see, one enemy is so much easier than dealing with multiple. It's way, way easier, even if the multiple enemies aren't actually that high level compared to you. It just feels so much easier. Ow. Stop doing your little rolling around. Okay, well, you know, I was saying that. And now... Come on, everybody get up. Now I get this topple. There we go. Bang. If I can just build up to that chain attack, we're good. Getting to the chain attack is a big deal here. And I should be able to finish things off for the most part. Come on. Okay, break. If we could get a topple, that would be amazing. I can do it in chain attack if we gotta. Okay, let's just go ahead and start the chain attack here. Alright. Almost killed. We got pretty close. Yes, got the burst, Senna. Thank you. Give me that. Iluka Silk. Beautiful. Okay, now they're pissed. But it's fine. We're full HP. We should have this. You resisted the break. That is unfortunate. I'm almost up to Infinity Blade. Bang. Boom. Hit him with this. Bang. Big damage. Okay, that hurts. That hurts a lot. I think we've got it now, though. We're too close to lose now, I feel. Yeah, especially if we get that. And we got the days. It's over. Beautiful. Cool. Alright, and that's a unique monster down.
Please work with me a little.
You what?
There we go.
Supposed to be following me.
And we got a bunch of new stuff. So what do we got here? Go ahead and sort by chronological. Boost damage dealt indoors.
I'm quite fond of this.
Increased topple resistance and boost damage dealt when attacking dazed enemies. Boost damage dealt to machines is good as well. Alright. Cool. We might be needing that increased damage dealt indoors soon. So how do I actually get up to this place? I find myself wondering. Because there's like a separate area here that it looks like I need to access. How do I actually go about getting up there? Is there something else on the other end here? Because, like I said, this very clearly connects right to the back of that, and I'm assuming this is the sneaky beaky route. But I need to find out how to get to the sneaky beaky route. Please go away, Gyarados. I really don't want to tangle with you. Alright, so... there's one connecting these two, so I gotta get up on this island. Interesting. Let me just do a quick turnaround here. Gyarados, please. I'm sorry. I touched your tail, I know. Alright, so go over here. Wow. Just like that, there's a drop right here. I mean, I gotta collect it, right? Let's go ahead and disembark.
Hey, that's a supply drop, right?
Sure
No
is.
one's gonna mind if we just yoink the stuff.
Give. Okay, and I can't just open it.
Here.
Alright, well that was a free supply drop. Gimme. 30 anklets and stuff. Okay, so this is where I need to be, right? Because, yeah. Oh, but this one connects to this one, and... Okay, no, we still gotta go back even more. I'm starting to have my doubts about this place, and this idea. If this is going to work out or not. The enemies are around the correct level for me to feel like this might be what it intends. But, okay, it looks like here's where I get up. So maybe this will work. Alright, just get me over here.
Hey, get a
And
load
then we
of
can
this.
go up there. Yeah. What are you talking about, Lance? Alright, so let's get up here. Look at that big pride rock. Jeez. Alright, so yeah, if we go up here, we should be able to land right in the base after following a series of zip lines. If there is a sneaky beaky route, I usually enjoy taking it just because it's fun to kind of figure it out. Like I said, when I saw that initially, I was like, oh, that's clearly the exit because it's right at the end of this story point. It's the easy exit to get out of here, but no. Don't think that is the case. I think it's how we get in.
Watch your footing, guys.
These enemies are definitely catching up to my level very quickly. Here I was thinking I was several levels higher than, like way too many levels higher than the main story wanted me to be, but they do give you a fair bit of wiggle room, which in my opinion is quite good, considering, how many side quests they give you. It's so cool to see, like, the trees and stuff.
This is something decent, right?
On the, sword.
Shall we deal
Hello, a Rhinon. Hi.
Eyes over here!
Do I need to beat up one of you? You're attacking me, so I'm going to beat you up.
Divine protection!
It's just gonna happen.
Sidewinder.
There we go.
Keep it up, Mio. Divine protection.
Go down for me, big friends. Wow. Big slam. I like your Ankylosaurus tail. I love Ankylosaurus. They're so cool. With a dinosaur that just had a mace for a tail. It's such a neat idea. The Bluey. Can you go down, please? Faster. Come on, a little bit more. There we go.
Spectacular!
Beautiful. I don't want to fight that one though. Still crushing Rhinon thing. Shush. Ow. All right, you're an epic. You're gonna take a little bit longer. So, guess we'll
Enemy reinforcements.
cut this one out.
Sidewinder.
Assuming nothing crazy happens.
Eyes over here!
Got all the healing you need, right?
Oh god! I was like, wait, what happened? It's the music changed and oh god! That's why. Holy shit! What the hell? No! No, run, everybody. Cease. Cease, we're out of here. Oh my god, at least I got the landmark. The unique monster just flew by and was like, hey. Well, that was terrifying. Okay, I didn't know we were close enough to aggro that thing. I didn't even see it, to be honest. I just started hearing noise. I was like, wait, what is that? What's all this racket then? And then boom. I just turned around and that thing's behind me. Okay, hopefully this is what I was thinking. I'm gonna be sad if this is not what I was thinking.
So.
I'll be very, very disappointed.
Okay,
Crank it.
of course.
Just chilling in the fight, I'm like, yeah, this Rhinon's getting its ass beat, and then the music changes, and I'm like, what? What just happened? And then I saw the one on the wall, and I was like, oh, did that one join the fight? And then I turn around, and this monstrosity is just behind me. Like, hello, I am here to murder you. Well, whoever set these things up, thank you. That's very, very convenient. You know, all these zip lines. Maybe the Agnian troops use this to get back to base quickly, but I'm going to use it instead. You'd think if the Agnian troops used it, though, they would, I don't know, guard it? Ooh, that's a bunch of husks to send. Alright. Good stuff. 200. Alright. I don't want to fight you. Bye-bye. Yeah, so the enemy's up here at level
Connects to the
50.
rear of the base.
Yes.
Looks like it's all downhill from here. We can slide down the ropes to get inside.
So this was the secret route in. Cool. Love to see it. And now we got another connection over to that place even.
We should probably eat
Right
something.
over there. Cool. Alright, well we can go check out that place sometime, but let's get in here for now.
Time to take the fast way.
Cool. Yay, I'm glad I found the secret route. I was a bit worried when the enemies are getting a really high level. I was like, is this intended? But then we get over here and yeah, it's totally intended.
Cool. We can get in without anyone the wiser.
Oh, and there's even a unique monster.
Well, this sure was inventive.
Interesting. Hello.
Now, ain't that a challenge?
Navigator Helios.
Keep your head
Hello,
to lose
dork.
them.
All set and ready to
Kablooey. Alright, so I'm once again just gonna do what I usually do for these, just build up to a chain attack. We'll do the chain attack, I'll cut it out, and we'll be good. I am a little bit scared of these things. Just because those cannons, like, look at that, it's so dangerous. It's like, It's as scary as the thing like the Armu do, where they roll over, and the thing that the Bunnets do, where they inflict break on everyone, but there's no status attached to it. It's just, no, I murder you now. Big damage. But once again, when it's just one of them, no big deal. It is A-okay. Can we get a topple? God, that beam, I swear. Yeah, it's mostly because like my allies all group up. I think they're getting messed up by that because of that. It is unfortunate. Alright, so we have our chain attack. I'll probably just go ahead and pop this in just a second here. I want to see if I can get this thing. That reminds me, that ability on Yunu's Ouroboros form, the one where it revives everyone, that would be very, very useful to have in some of these circumstances. I should potentially use that. Oh yeah, let's switch to U3. And we started off with a Ouroboros form in level 3, right? Yeah, so we can start off with a Ouroboros chain order. Cool. So this is like the first time I've done this, yeah?
Alright, coming right up!
Alrighty, well we get to start with one, yay. Also, Teach is incredibly busted still. Teach is insanity. Just getting that much of a boost to all of my characters like that right off the get, it's kind of amazing. And yeah, I guess now this is just going to be a regular chain attack, so I don't super have to show this, but cool.
This plan's gonna be cool. Yippee!
Wait, I got another one after? What? Do I get to do both of their Ouroboros orders? I get Lands and Senna's? Huh. I thought you just started with one Ouroboros order and then the chain attack continued as normal. But apparently that's not the case. Very, very interesting. I guess it makes sense if you get both of their Ouroboros orders, because, yeah, I mean, both of them are in the Ouroboros form, but that seems very, very strong. Because, like, look at how much damage I've already done. This is only my second order. Okay, so yeah, that's what... So you just get the two Ouroboros orders and that's it. That's all you get. You don't get any of the other stuff if you do that. Okay, interesting. Wait, where's... Oh, Noah and Mio were... Okay. They're in Ouroboros form. I didn't realize that. Days. Bluey. There we go. Extend combo time. Just spam extend combo time. Oh, I can't do it anymore. No. That's such a good ability. It's incredible. Alright, so... Back to Noah now. Alright, yeah, this fight is done. Okay, well, we've seen that. I feel like it's probably going to do less damage, honestly, because you only get two orders instead of the many, many more you would get doing just a regular chain attack. So yeah, well, there's all my Testudo parts. Huh. Did we just level up again? We sure did. We're level 52 now. But as I mentioned, it doesn't seem like it makes much of a difference for some of these fights. Alrighty, and I didn't even overkill there either, so... what am I trying to look at here? Oh yeah, the accessories that I got. So... Chronological. Increase launch resistance. Boost effects of arts with each different art used within a set time.
I'm quite
Interesting.
fond of this.
I wish it gave me some numbers behind that. It's kind of like the field that Juniper puts down. It doesn't really give you enough information to let you know if it's actually good against, if it's actually good. Like, does it boost the effective arts 25%, 50%, 100%? What's the time limit that I have to use all of the different arts in? Like, it seems like it would be good, but I don't know the actual effect, and if the effect is too low, it wouldn't super be worth it. I mean, I guess I can try putting it on Noah right now. It also doesn't say... It says boost the effect. So is that like the secondary effect on arts? It's not like it just straight up increases the damage, it just... If you have a chance to inflict a status effect, it now has a higher chance of inflicting that status effect, I'm guessing. Alright, well... I think with that, we're probably gonna have to go ahead and end this episode off here, right in front of this door, unfortunately. But yeah, it's been a pretty nice episode. Got my ass handed to me, which is always fun. So, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.